everybody. My name is Jen. Gonna do a little background here. Right now I'm actually not at my own house. I'm house sitting some puppies. There's the two puppies that I'm watching. You'll see the little white one in the background a lot of the time. Anyways, before I ever started diamond painting, I used to do a lot of journaling. Sometimes I did some not tape. I did some card making and things like that, and I was obsessed with washi tape. Back in March, I ordered some washi tape, and I went to put a thing in there a couple weeks ago saying that I didn't receive the items, but it was too late. Anyways, I received them yesterday, and it's some pretty kitty tape, and then some really thin heart tape, which will actually work great with the diamond painting for going along the lines. I have tons at my own house of other kinds of washi tape. I'm a little obsessed with them. I get too obsessed with things when I first start. But anyways, today what I'm doing is I'm just kind of going through, and this is the one that I'm going through. I went through and made sure all the bags were here. And now I'm kind of packing them up into the little containers. Some of them are going in these bags that normally the boats and that come in, but that are still in decent shape because I have a ton of them. Right now I'm working on the 370s. So I thought I would maybe share a couple minutes of me doing this. Sorry if it's a little bit boring. I have a hard time figuring out what to talk about sometimes, because I'm so new to all of this. Just gonna try to set. There we go. Should be close enough that yeah, you can see the puppies in the background. I love these ones. I know a lot of people hate them, but I love them. I love the little tiny individual baggies, cutting them open and pouring them into the containers. I'm silly, yes. It's probably some people's most annoying part of the diamond painting, but I really enjoy it, so some people do, I guess. I want to give a shout out to Ella from Kicking Cancer in the Butt, because after I started diamond painting, she was the first one I found on YouTube that done it, and she gave me a lot of great ideas for like my storage of my extras and things like that. I just think she's awesome, so check her out if you don't already. Definitely worth the watch. Then there's also, when I started looking for some Facebook groups, I found preschoolers addicted to diamond painting. And I found Megan's videos from that. She was awesome as well. And there's a person on that group by the name of Tatiana who actually was the one who convinced me to try doing videos. I'm usually shy as can be, but she's the one who convinced me to try it out and see how things would go. So I figured I'd mention her as well. And until I get my label maker on Friday, I'm just going to stick one of these bags, empty bags, in with the beads or drills, just so that I know what ones they are. Oh, too much air still in there. So I live in Nova Scotia, Canada, for anybody who's curious. I'm saying a lot. What was I going to say? I don't even know what I was going to say. How I got into diamond painting was originally, I seen some ads on Facebook for it, and I kind of was like, oh, that's some kind of scam or something like that. So I didn't bother trying it. I was like, it looks really cool, but I'm not going to try it. My father has cancer, and he has home support workers who come in. And one day I was just chatting with one of them, and they started talking to me about the diamond paintings. And I'm like, oh, that's actually real. Awesome. So that was when I decided to order my first diamond painting. And I'm like, well, if it's actually real, there should be a whole bunch of, I should be able to find YouTube videos and stuff like that on it as well. See where people are actually buying them from, because I don't want to buy them from Facebook. It's just not something I like to do. I don't like to buy anything from there. So I've ended up finding some on Amazon, purchased some from there. I just purchased my first one. It's not in yet. I just ordered it a couple days ago from AliExpress. And I also purchased a bunch off eBay, which I don't expect will be here because it takes typically 1 to 2 months normally for things to come from eBay. So I figure by September I should start getting some of those. But I did my first diamond painting, and I bought it was a 2-set, and I bought it was chairs by Waterfront. There were 30 by 40 squares, and then the other one was like this house or barn in the background with 2 horses. I did my first one and fell absolutely in love with it, and then went crazy and started ordering a ton so I can do them for people for Christmas gifts. I just finished my first round, which was a full as well, and it was 2 bald eagles, and it came out beautiful. I absolutely love it. I think they're gonna really love it too for their Christmas gift. I never did finish. Because I was kind of getting tired with the barn one. Some of the colors were a little hard to see and stuff. So that was when I did that. So I gotta go back. I'm almost done it, but I gotta go back and finish that one up before long. So I really only have 2 that are completed. And the one that's 3/4 done, and now I have 10 or more here that I just recently got that I'm going to be setting up over this week to try to figure out which ones I want to do. And I want to try to do a square and a round, like at the same time, like switch back and forth between the 2. Because the rounds go so much faster than the squares, but I like the looks of the squares better. That one little bead does not want to come out of there. There we go. You know what? The numbers are nice and clear on this bag. Let's cut this one out for putting in the bag at the end. A lot of beige or peachy skin tones in this cross one. Not going to say who, just in case they come across this video, but it is also going to be a gift for someone for Christmas. Love for people to leave like any kind of questions they have for me, even if it's not diamond painter related. They just want to get to know me kind of questions or things like that. Feel free to leave them in the comments, and as long as they're not, you know, they're appropriate, I will answer them. Like I said, I'm just so new to all this. I find having a really hard time figuring out what to talk about with it all. So maybe I'll come back when I get my label maker on hopefully Friday, and I'll actually show you what my plan is for how I'm going to go about labeling all of these and things like that. Because before, what I was doing was Sparky. Sorry about the dog barking. I was taking these. I was cutting the symbols out. Oh, where's the camera lens? I was cutting the symbols out and putting them on the tops of each of these containers. And then I was using only 1 container set of 4 for each individual color, which is a waste of space because a lot of them, you can fit 4 little baggies in 1 container. And I was taking the drill number, or the drill number, the MC number, and I was taping them onto the ends. But I don't want to do that because, like I said, it's a waste of space. And now that I have a whole bunch more paintings, I'd like to try to condense it into as small of a space as I can, so I have more containers to store active paintings and things like that. I have stolen Ella's idea of using the big bags to store my excess beads and stuff. For this one, excuse me, just has some of that stuff in it, but I do have like the beads from each set that I got the other day put into those baggies and labels for when I go to set them up like she does. But I don't put the cards in there. I just actually write directly on the bag. That was her idea. I stole that from her, and because I like the idea, it keeps it in smaller space and I don't have to keep the canvases all rolled up that way to figure out what's what. Is it just me, or does anybody else absolutely hate when they get the diamond paintings that don't have the DMC numbers on them? Either on the paint canvas or on the bags. But I'm planning on eventually buying some kind of fancy color chart. I don't want to use the online ones just because the colors can vary so much, and depending on what your brightness of your phone or your devices and things like that, that I think I would end up mixing up too many of the colors that way. And I've already actually, in one of my paintings, accidentally threw, when I was putting stuff back, not paying attention, mixed a bunch of colors together, and I had to sit there, and it took forever to separate them back out. Oh, I didn't cut that one open far enough. Well, I think I'm done with this one now. Let's get some of this garbage off the table here. I have a nice little garbage can sitting up on a chair beside me. Makes it so much more convenient. These are the 3774s. The other ones I think were 3770. They're ready. I'll move that over here. So 500s. That's 500 as well. I said 300s, 900s, 800s, 700, 100, 200, and 300. What I'm actually going to do for now, just like again until my label maker comes in, is I'm going to cut the numbers off the bag and just tape it on to the top of, if it'll fit, I don't know, it might be too big. I might have to cut it out of the paper. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to cut it out of the paper. That's a little too big for the... Or maybe on the sides. Yeah, I'll type it to the side. it's just temporary, so just so I don't get them confused between now and Friday. Next is 304. Yeah, so I'll be curious to see how this turns out versus my other way I was doing it. I should grab one of the other ones and show you what I was doing before, after I tape this one on. Do the last one and then I'll go grab it. I'll let anybody know if you do plan to ever watch me do a live. The internet where I'm at is really not that great. So if you're missing things or whatever, I will be going back and uploading the videos after the fact, so that way if there's something that, like a name of a painting or something like that that was missed, that you can go back and actually see it when it's uploaded, because once it's uploaded, it's so much clearer. I don't even know if I'm in the camera when I'm doing half of this right now. Should be moving it over this way, I guess. Again, this is just how I'm temporary labeling this one, because I want to start using a label maker I'm getting. I'm gonna grab so this is what I did, each individual color like this, and then that on the top, the symbol on the top, which is hard to see. But I did every single color in a separate container, instead of doing like I just did with this one, where I have 4 colors in one container, because that would have been 4 strips instead of 1 strip. Anyway, that's going to be all for today. I'm going to just keep going away at this, and I hope to come back again soon with a little more.